Hello and a very warm welcome to video 1 of the Confident Creative course with me, Emma O'Brien. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to add more of you into your creative work. Now, authenticity is incredibly attractive to clients and buyers, especially when it comes to creative work. That said, it takes great courage to really create from the heart, and we almost bare our souls a little bit every time we share work vulnerably. However, when you can learn to do that and have the courage to do that, it is really a game changer. So what I want to inspire you to think about today is how you can add more authenticity into the work that you make. So to give you a bit of guidance here, there are a few questions I would like you to consider that will really help you get in touch with your creative authenticity. You can journal around these, you can make notes, you can meditate on this, however you like to process your thoughts. Just add these questions in there and really start to think about these. So the first one is, why do you create? Why do you do what you do? Often we kind of start our careers and they go off on their kind of own path, and we don't actually take stock and time to think about why we're creating. So why do you create? Can you get really clear on that? What do you or does your creative work stand for? What is the purpose of your work? What matters to you? Why does the work you're making matter to you? And what matters to the people you are creating for? So I'm going to be sharing more about the people you're creating for and the people effectively who are going to be buying your work in video 5, so keep an eye out for that. When you have a clear purpose for your work and you start to really create in line with that purpose, you are going to see big shifts in the way people respond to your work, and you're ultimately going to see a big shift in your bank balance in an upward direction. Because when we start to create authentically, it sends out a totally different energetic vibe, and it's when you really start to attract the right kind of clients for your work, and you really will see your career start to go in the right direction. So I'm just going to tell you a bit of a story, and give you a bit of backstory on this and why I'm talking about this and why it matters to me. So alongside my coaching, I am also a professional photographer, which is something I've been doing for the last 18 years. And I, these days, spend a lot of my time photographing dogs. And one of the big things that matters to me, and one of my big missions, is to really champion the cause of rescue dogs. So in 2019, I came up with the idea of doing a series that featured black shelter dogs. So don't know if you know, but there's something called black dog syndrome, which essentially is that black dogs are the most difficult globally. They're the most difficult dogs to find homes for when they end up in a shelter. They are usually the last to be picked, and they are the first to be put to sleep because it's very difficult to home them. So I wanted to put together a body of work that would really share this message, educate people about this message, and really connect with people and inspire people to perhaps go out and adopt a shelter dog. So I started photographing black rescue dogs against a black background in my studio and made these really dramatic portraits. And for me, it had a really important message. But I didn't want to share it in a negative way, because I think we're all a bit tired of, oh, this happens, this is awful. So I kind of looked at it and thought, how can I make this and represent this in a new and different way? So I decided that I would caption each of the dog portraits as if the dogs were describing themselves for a Tinder profile. And I put this project together, and I've got a bit of a sarcastic and a slightly quirky sense of humour. So I thought, I'm just going to do this exactly how I want. I'm not being paid to do it. It's a personal project. It's a complete personal piece of work for me. But because it was such a personal piece of work, I almost didn't share it, because I just thought, I'm really kind of bearing my soul here with this. And I run the risk of looking stupid here. I run the risk of totally negating being seen as an artist by captioning in almost quite a childish way, by captioning these images. And I kind of thought, God, maybe I shouldn't share it like this. Maybe I should share it, in a more traditional way of, these are black dogs, this is difficult, blah, blah, blah. But my inner authenticity won over with this, and I decided to share it as is, and I thought, what'll happen will happen. And in fact, what happened was this series connected and landed so brilliantly for people because of its sort of authentic, almost kind of ridiculous, humorous spin on it. It became a viral global sensation. It was featured on, I put it on Board Panda, it got shared around the world, it was featured by the Daily Mail in the UK, probably the only time you want to be in the Daily Mail. And I ended up doing a TED talk about it, which you'll find the link to in the video. And for me, this was such a huge lesson in the value of showing up as yourself and sharing authentically. So off the back of, having my work shared globally, my Instagram following went up by thousands overnight, and I got a lot more work from it. So it was a huge lesson to me. It's why I'm sharing this here. It's why I'm so passionate about it. The thing I have found with this is having a purpose, which for me was sharing the rescue dog angle, and doing it authentically and showing up authentically is so valuable, and it is so transformative for your creative work, your creative career, and your business. This put my work on the map, and it has led to a lot of very lucrative commissions for me. So it has, without a doubt, that authenticity has really paid off. So I'll leave you with that, just to start thinking about what's the purpose for your work. Think about the questions I've asked. What does it stand for? Why does what you do matter? And why does it matter to the people who are buying from you? And how can you get clearer on that mission? And how can you show up more authentically? So in the next video, I am going to be talking about taking that authentic kind of internal mission, if you like, and creating work that is recognizably yours. I will see you for video 2.